think if you had a house here, right here, and you just sat by the window in history, the things you would have seen just sitting right here. Number one, you would have seen the World Trade Center over there collapse and hit in the planes. You would have seen down over there, you would have seen Sully Sullenberg land his plane there. You would have seen all the immigrants that came from Europe and everywhere else land over there at Ellis Island. You would have seen the ticker tape parade, you at least heard of all the great champions. You would have seen the 4th of July fireworks. You would have seen the Macy Day parade, Thanksgiving, at least you would have heard it. Just the history. Thank you.
Pretty impressive, huh? And I can't believe we never knew about it.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.
Everybody, I'm Scott.
And I'm Melissa.
Welcome back to RV Rolling with MJ with perhaps our most spectacular review. Where are we today?
We're actually on the New Jersey side in Liberty's, wait, oh my God, I forgot where we are. In Jersey City, New Jersey. We are reviewing Liberty Harbor RV Park, which is in Jersey City, New Jersey, which is across Manhattan.
Right across the river of Lower Manhattan. Beautiful views
well, not from
of,
the
of the skyline.
Not from the campground.
Of the lower Manhattan. Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful. Tell us a little about the campsite.
Okay. They were very nice people. You check in, very helpful. We had a little issue going into our site because it just didn't feel like it was going to fit, and they wanted us to put the car
tight, very, very tight.
But ended up we were able to move the car over to the side, and we got in. It was fine, and the woman helped us, and it was very friendly. So.
At a dump site. At the end, one dump site for everybody.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now,
no sewer.
It's a bad location for where the dump site is. First time we ever actually had to wait, like I think 2 or 3 coaches first, then we went in. But where it's located, the fact that you have to back in, not good. It should be in a place where you can get in right away. But whatever, it is what it is. Again, this is the wow factor. Big time wow factor.
Being close to Manhattan.
Being close to Manhattan, it's the only game in town. I don't think there is a RV park within 50 miles of this. So if you want to be in New York and take the trains into New York, you could take the ferry, you could take the train, you could take the lawnmower. It really depends.
Well, just to let you know, if you're coming on the weekend, the ferry does not run, and on holidays. So we never took the ferry because of that. We did take the PATH train. It was about a 12-minute walk. I timed it, and to get to the PATH train, which is fine, and right into the city.
And you take another train, depending where you want to go, once you get into the city. But the campsite itself is, again, you're right on top of each other.
It's a parking lot, pretty much. It's really very little grass. It's really just cement, and it's really, well, it was hot, and being on cement, it was very hot. So you couldn't really, I mean, some people I saw was sitting out there, but it just wasn't appealing to sit out there. There was no view that you can see from the campsite.
So one thing I will say, related I will say, and I'm going to make this really quick because I don't want it to, I'm not letting it ruin the trip. So anyway, going to the RV park, it's the first time you really had to start going into city streets. So that's new, and with a car attached to it, it's a little nerve-wracking, but you know, manageable. But that was a little stressful.
Yes.
Then leaving, the directions they gave us, I guess they were good directions, but unfortunately from the night before July 4th, they must have closed some streets. So following those directions, basically brought us right back into the RV park, and there was like a parking toll booth to get kind of back into the RV park. And unfortunately, I don't know how this happened, I guess just in a rush, I clipped the booth of the arm, I guess, and it actually took down one of the arms of our awning. So it seemed at the moment like disaster, because it was torn off, and it's like, oh my God. But fortunately, after dust settled, probably, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, I managed to pull the arm off, salvage it nicely, put it away, secured the RV. We don't use the awning anyway, so it's no big deal.
But we will get
I think it's really not going to be a major fix. I don't think we need a new awning because the awning's fine. It's just the arm, but the arm seems fine too. I think the arm just got ripped off the side. That's just got to be reattached by somebody who knows what they're doing.
Hi, it's Melissa. I'm giving you a tour of the Liberty Harbor RV Resort in Jersey City, New Jersey. It's right behind me, right over here. And it was a little confusing. We came in from like over here, and the roads said no trucks. We got a little concerned, but we came and we were fine and made it. But here's some views. You can see the city over there. It's not a big campground. There's marina over here. This is when you come in. So there was nobody here letting us know where we should go. There was an RV right where that blue car is, and we weren't sure if we should come over here, but we stayed behind, thankfully, because that is to the marina parking. And this is where you checked in, and everybody inside was very nice and helpful. There is a restaurant, like bar over here, called Surf City. And the first night we were here on a Saturday night, it was so loud, ran really late at night. Thankfully, the air conditioning kind of tuned it out for me. But it wasn't loud last night, so I don't know about Monday and Tuesday. So you check in over here, and then you go through, and where those RVs and cars are along the fence after you check in is where you unhook, and then you go to your site. One thing to make note of is that they've told me that you have to check out when you leave. If you don't check out, they charge you $40. Seems kind of crazy. I guess this is where we're gonna hook up when we're ready to leave. And it's not a very big campground. There was an RV here when we pulled in, so there was plenty of room for the car, and we were fine. But this is our site B3. I think there might be bigger ones, and we probably should have been in one of those. But I'll give you a tour. This is not a place to really sit outside. It's not much grass. It's 50 amp, water and electric only. There is a dump station, so we'll be using that when we leave. I mean, there is some grass. I did see people sitting outside, but it's hot, and it's even hot. Oh, there's chairs out here. See, people do, but we're mostly leaving and doing things in the city. Yesterday we went into the city. Oh, so there's a ferry or the PATH train to get into the city. The ferry is not working on the weekends. They don't run, so we took the PATH train. I have a feeling this is a line for the dump station, but to get out, I'm gonna check out the dump station. Checkout is at 11 a.m. Check-in is at 12. I think where that RV is, where the dump station is. Hopefully we won't be hitting a line when we're ready to dump. Wow. Let's see. Right there. Oh, this is for tents. So people, I guess, do tent here and go into the city. And there's bathrooms in here. That's where you come in here for the bathrooms. I'm not sure if... Oh, laundry room. There's a laundry room. We're gonna riding our scooters around Jersey City, checking all the views of the city and stuff. Hopefully Statue of Liberty. So I've lived in New York for so many years. This is where I grew up, and I never knew about this view at Liberty Liberty State Park, right near the campground, Liberty Harbor RV Resort. And it's definitely spectacular. You should definitely check it out. Great views.
Let's talk about the rating. So 0 to 10 is our rating system, 0 being the worst place we ever stayed, 10 being the best place we ever stayed. So, you have the honors.
Okay, so I'm going to give it a 6 because I know it's so close to the city and everything, which is great, but just, I mean, it would probably be lower if it wasn't, you know, because of location. It's just that it was a parking lot and it was so close together, and it just, you know, it just didn't appeal to me, the campsite. So I knew going into it was going to be a parking lot, and the only reason why we booked it was because I wanted easy to get into the city, and that's why we were there. We could have gone someplace and have to drive in every time. We did not want to do that. So I still recommend staying there because it's so easy to get into the city.
You have to.
And
you have to stay there.
Well, no, you can drive and park somewhere. You can go to New Jersey somewhere else and then drive into the city, but we were going in a lot.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And for you?
For me, I'm going to give it a 5, actually. It's a tough one because, you know, it's where you want to be. Unfortunately, you don't want to be in that type of situation. And why there's not more of those, I mean, there's a lot of warehouses, parking lot areas, rundown areas along the rivers, Hudson Rivers, East Rivers, whatever. And why there's not more people that didn't think of putting an RV park, I don't know. But I guess it's just too congested and too close together. No reason for it, because that parking lot is massive.
Yeah.
It could have been better.
They could have put some grass. They could have made it, but then
could've.
people still come, so why
Yeah.
should they?
I think that's
it's
the
not
situation.
cheap, but that's because you're in the city.
And the other thing that got me was the dump. The fact that you had to back into it. They could still put it in a different place. It's a little thought. Again, I think they're a little greedy. It's just saying, look, it's good enough. People come here. We don't care. We're not going to try to do it better. But they could turn that into an unbelievable.
And it was so hot because it is summer, and for us to do the review outside, it just would have been like, we would have been dying, so from the heat.
Yeah. So
yeah. There is a marina right next door, and you could walk along the water, and there's a restaurant that's right near
and also if you want, you could actually walk to there's a park right across the water, not the river, but I don't know what you call it.
Liberty
Outlet.
It's called
State Park.
Right, really
Magnificent.
nice. We went there.
Views of the Statue of Liberty. Lower, I would definitely go
Recommend.
there. So it is a good place to go. But as far as a campsite goes, 5, even though with the magnificent wow factor,
I still recommend staying there because you have no other choice.
I would recommend it.
You have
People-
to stay there if you
People
want to go
to New York. That's where you gotta go.
Yeah.
That's not we're recommending it.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it. So, with that said, we will see you down the road.